Well, hello and welcome everybody. Randy Replay back at it again. The Minnesota Vikings are 1-1 and will host the Oakland Raiders of Anaheim here today at US Bank Stadium. Now, one thing I have to mention, the broadcasting team here and the team in charge of the broadcast has told Randy Replay that he needs to calm it down during the games, okay? You're saying too much crazy stuff. Just calm it down a bit, so Randy Replay will have to censor himself going forward. But anyway, as you can see, the Minnesota Vikings are tied with the Chicago Bears atop the NFC North. Just 3 weeks into the season, and the Lions and Packers don't have wins. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the league schedule. We're going to see who the Bears, Packers, and Lions play today and kind of gauge where we will be. The Lions play the Eagles in Philadelphia. I'm not sure the Lions can win this game, but we'll see after this one. Of course, the Bears play Washington Monday night. That's a winnable game, especially for that defense of Chi-Town. And then the Denver Broncos come to the Green Bay Packers. So I think the Packers will win at home, so they will be 1-2 after that game. The Bears will be 1-2, so if we will be 2-1, and if we win, we will be 2-1. So we'll see how this shakes up. As far as the injury reports go, we will take a look at the injury report as we always do before each game. Jeremy Lindsey last game dislocated his elbow. He'll be out 5 more weeks. And for the Raiders, I don't think I saw anything earlier. Okay, so Jordan Devy just showed up. He has a foot fracture from practice earlier. He's a backup center. He will be just fine. Missing 6 weeks. He's not going to miss any playtime for sure. So we will get ready for kickoff. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you in just a moment. And hello and welcome everybody. Live from US Bank Stadium, this presentation of EA Sports is brought to you by the folks here at the SSN. The Oakland Raiders of Anaheim and the Minnesota Vikings will do battle here today. The keys for a victory for the Raiders: don't turn the ball over. This Minnesota Vikings team has been good lately getting interceptions, as of course your TV commentators, Brandon Gott and Charles Davis, and you are stuck here with the simulcast, Randy Replay, and I still don't have an on-the-field a guy on the field. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what they're doing or what's going to happen, but we shall see what shakes loose with all of that as the weeks progress. Moments ago, the Minnesota Vikings took the field to a packed house here, and the Raiders are just taking the field for the first time. No boos here. This is, of course, earlier footage. Rashid Spinks, Aaron Nelson, Point, Trelamalu, Robert Nichols on the field. Player to watch, Blake Letelier in this game. Of course, Stephen Campagna, always good at home. Blake Letelier had a good game last game. 6 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown. So he really lit it up. Of course, the number 1 wide receiver in the NFL is Luke Slazewski coming into play today. And there's Derek Carr. Of course, Stephen Campagna is the league leader of passing yards. We just saw the coin toss. Vikings have won the toss, elected to defer to the second half. So we are ready to go here from this one. Keys to the game for the Vikings: you need to get to Derek Carr. You need to instill fear in this offense, and everything else should fall into place. There's the return from the 1. Big tackle put on by Ryan Bulow, and this is Derek Carr taking the field for the first time today. He's 33 for 60, 366, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, so not having a good start as far as touchdowns to interception ratio goes. He is, I do believe, the number 2 quarterback in terms of yardage behind Stephen Campagna. And we are going to have our hands full with that man, Mr. Brown, number 84. We'll see what happens here. Short throw, left side, caught. Jalen Myrick on the stop. Antonio Brown, not Charles Brown. So here we go. Derek Carr, second down, shotgun, empty set. They will bring the pressure. They will throw incomplete, no flags. just an inaccurate throw from Derek Carr, intended for Antonio Brown. So here we go. Third down. The Minnesota Vikings will pinch the linebackers. Not quite into the A gap. And then we get a weird camera angle again. Throw right side, caught, and dropped. Separation was caused by Matthew Arnsdorf on the way to the ground. And that will force a fourth down situation. And they will punt. So Derek Carr, not a good outing here first. Minnesota Vikings defense, as you can see, Matthew Arnsdorf just getting in there to knock that thing away. So a very, very good first drive, only allowing 3 yards of offense. Jalen Myrick back to return this thing at about his own 13. He has some return room. Oh my goodness. Brought down at the 20. So a 7-yard return. And here comes Stephen Campagna, league leader in passing yards, 787. 6 touchdowns, 3 picks, 45 of 65. So Campagna having a good season so far. We should see more of Cole Smith. He was held out most of the time last game due to that injury, but we should see more of him today. So here we go. Vikings under center. Sam Gable in the backfield. It's going to be a short throw to the right side. Caught Josh Gable. He should tiptoe, and it should be a flag on the Raiders.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
And that will, of course, be accepted. That was Nevin Lawson on the penalty. Aaron Moss checks into the game in the I formation behind Stephen Campagna, and of course the fullback Matthew Peterson turns, gives to Moss. He trucks his way up for 12, but they're going to give him 11. But I do believe he should have gotten 12. Either way, it's a Minnesota Vikings first down, and we get that Baru that we love hearing so much. And here we go, Minnesota Vikings moving down the field very, very well here. Terrence Frelix checks in the I formation. It is a short throw left side. Jumping Matthew Peterson, not going to be able to bring it down. Stephen Campagna was under immense pressure there and had to just throw it towards the sideline. So here we go. Aaron Moss checks back into the game. Campagna under the shotgun. He'll pump fake. He'll throw left. That is caught by Cole Smith, his first catch of the game. Campagna has 16 yards, and that will be a 3rd and 3 now. So 3rd and 3, Vandershoff in the backfield, Campagna in the shotgun set. Campagna looks over his options. He has a wide open Vandershoff underneath. He'll get the first down. That's it. So 3 for 4, 21 yards, and Vandershoff has a first down. Now that's the kind of thing that they were talking about, the little after the play celebrations for the Minnesota Vikings. More specifically, Randy replay. Campagna will turn, he will give to Gable. Out of the single back set. We run out of the single back set more times than anybody in the NFL. Last week, Sam Gable, 19 rushes, 73 yards, and a touchdown. He has 79 yards on the season, and he had a good 6-yard run here. Aaron Moss will check into the game. Behind Stephen Campagna, behind Matthew Peterson, who motions to the right side. And it will go to Aaron Moss. He will look for a hole, only get a couple. So that will bring up 3rd and 2 now. 3rd down, here's Justin Vandershoff in there. And they're going to move Josh Gable to the left side of the formation. Sam Ott is the call on the field. 13 seconds left to go on the play clock. It is Vandershoff. I do believe he stretched that ball over. And they're not going to give it to him. And Conley's following Vandershoff back to the huddle. Let's see. Ooh. Too close to call, so it'll be a 41-yard attempt for Brandon Baker. Snap down, kick is away, and it's good. A 3-0 lead here to start the game. You wanted more. I mean, I would have said go more play action. Everybody's expecting us to run. Take it. Drew Ward out there on the field. It's a blitz. And it's a wide open receiver, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. We brought the blitz and we paid. Oh my heavens. So a good throw by Derek Carr. And Poitralamalu missed his tackle, and he goes for a touchdown. Gets the snap, looks, throws, caught Aaron Moss wide open, and he gets out of bounds. So 3rd and 3, I formation, Vanderschaaf again. And they're going to move Matthew Peterson in motion to the right side. He's going to become a wide receiver almost. And it's a play action. Campagna has a lane. Big lane and a slide down at the 33. So 2 rushes, 20 yards, and Steven Campagna leads the offense in rushing. Field goal attempt, 2nd of the day for Brandon Baker to make it 7-6. Snap, good, kick. Sneaks into the right side of the upright, Morley down by 1 with 4:22 left to go here in the first. Back out onto the field after going to the end zone the last time. Derek Carr. We bring the blitz. Misses the tackle again. And again we miss a tackle, and they will go for the touchdown again. And I'm just having a hard time figuring out what's going on here. Derek Carr has 2 touchdowns on his season, both in this game on a tight end wheel route. I don't know what happened to Josh Fitzer there. Zachary Anderson went to knock the ball out. And we're just seeing a different Minnesota Vikings defense than the one in Green Bay. Now the defense gets better as we go, but I mean, you got to get good here soon as the kick sneaks into the right side. 14-6 Raiders. Oh, first down. Campagna. Throws right side. Caught Cameron Quick, and he held on to the ball. Cole Smith, his 2nd target of the day. Campagna in the shotgun. Throws. Has a wide open Jesse Peterson, and he makes the catch up at the 19. So goes out of bounds at the 19 for number 19. Jesse, look at that wobbly ball, able to corral it, stay in bounds. So 1-2, yeah, Jesse Peterson with a good play there. Touchdown here. Campagna gets the snap. Pump fakes. Throws. Caught Darian Wilson, first down, and a little bit more up to the 5. 120 yards for Campagna, and that is Darian Wilson's 2nd catch for 32. First and goal at the 5. Vanderschaaf will check in. We'll see what happens here. Campagna under center. In the near formation. Vanderschaaf stumbles into the end zone for the touchdown, Vikings. Throws the ball through the uprights, and you can't argue with those results. Justin Vanderschaaf, tough running, stumbles into the end zone. Of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. We will take a look. He keeps his knee off the ground, and it is confirmed to be a touchdown. So Brandon Baker comes on for his first extra point kick. He has hit 2 field goals in the game. Snap, spot down, kick is away. It is good. 8 plays, 71 yards, 2 minutes, 28 seconds, and that brings us back down by 1. Now the Minnesota Vikings have both the safeties coming up into the box. Defensive line will pinch, safeties will drop out. Late safety blitz, and that is a touchdown again. Derek Carr has thrown 3 touchdowns. Grant with the 33-yard touchdown catch. And this is bad news bears if you're a Minnesota Vikings fan. What are you supposed to do? So this, here comes Taylor Pauline for his first punt of the day. Now this ensuing drive will be the most important for the Vikings defense. Antonio Brown will not return it. And it'll be down at the 3 by Robert Nichols. Get a weird camera angle again. Rashid Spinks. There's a touchdown again. Derek Carr's 4th in the first half. Oh my goodness. This to make it 28-16. Ready to replay. Having a little bit of struggles here. 28-16. Snap. Kick is away. It is good. So 28-16. That's for this first down play. Overthrows Cole Smith by a country mile. Steven Campagna in the shotgun, flanked by Sam Gable. Throws right. Caught, diving catch. Blake Letelier, he comes down with it, first down. Signals for it, 17 yards. Soda getting a good drive. Throws for Travis Lee, caught, touchdown. He makes up for the weird play he just had. First touchdown, and he, what's this? Okay, so a celebration by the Minnesota Vikings led by Travis Lee. I'm not sure if that was a reverse conga or what, but he jumped over the line. So a good play, Travis Lee, to get in for the touchdown. As you can see, ball crosses. What a call there is Crowell. And he gets away from a lot of tackles, and the Minnesota Vikings defense lets points on the board again. Oh, my goodness. Rashid Spinks just standing watching Isaiah Crowell. Look at, he just shoved two Minnesota Vikings out of the way, breaks a tackle. That was Jalen Myrick. And Stephen Campagna on the sidelines, frustrated play with this drive. Sorry. Shotgun. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Stephen Campagna will keep it. It's a keeper. He'll get out of bounds, stopping the clock just before the 2-minute warning. Stephen Campagna still the leading rusher of the offense today. He had all the time in the world. The blitz was picked up very beautifully by the Minnesota Vikings offensive line. That is the 2-minute warning. Even though he got out of bounds, that should have stopped the clock. So just a whole bunch of weird oddities going on here today. He ran out of bounds. That should have stopped the clock. We'll see what happens here in Stephen Campagna. Pump fake. You need to get rid of it, Stephen. Throws. I am flabbergasted at these decisions. If you're Cole Smith, you turn that thing up the field. It's okay. It's okay. We got this. Stephen Campagna under center. Pump fakes once. Throws. Intercepted by Conley. There was nobody open. Campagna tried to thread the needle, and he throws his 4th pick of the season. And if you're Cameron Quick, right here, you just have to turn into a defender, which is what he did, and I don't know. I really don't know what's happening. They're not going to call a timeout. They're going to let this thing wind. They're going for the end zone. Eric Carr looks left, throws left. Tackled. He'll still be in bounds. They need to take a timeout if they're ever going to. They will not. The clock stops, though, apparently. So another weird timestamp thing. Derek Carr looking right, throws right, caught. Antonio Brown touchdown. With a threat like Antonio Brown, you play him that soft up to the right side. It's Antonio Brown's first touchdown of the season, and I don't know what is happening here. The 0-2 Raiders coming in here looking like the New England Patriots. Carlson's kick is away. It is good. That'll make it 42-23 Raiders. Campagna has to roll out. Has an open man. We'll see if Cameron Quick can come down with it. He does. They call a timeout. So Cameron Quick with the big completion. Okay now, so the Vikings have something to work with. 14 seconds left. Even if you get a field goal, you need to get this thing closer than what it is right now. Points out to Cole Smith. Cole Smith points back. Throw across the middle. It's incomplete. How do you miss a wide open Lou Wang across the middle? My goodness. So here it is, last ditch effort. Sam Gable off to the left side as a wide receiver. He has a man. Darian Wilson, they has 4 seconds left. So Darian Wilson, no catch for him, and here comes the Minnesota Vikings' last opportunity before the end of the game. No, before the end of the first half. Sorry.
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59. Clear.
Trying to get him to jump off sides. Campagna. Going up for Darian Wilson. Catches. Incomplete? Incomplete? Was that an incompletion? I want to see the replay. I would love to see this replay. I do believe he got his feet in. I could not. Oh my goodness. So, there are your halftime stats. As far as team stats go, here comes the halftime report. We're going to take a look, as we always do, around the league. I really want to know what happened there. So, in Detroit, big divisional game for us. That's knotted up at 7. Matthew Stafford, 108 yards. Carson Wentz, 140. Each of those boys has a touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, 6 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown as well. And we travel further northeast still to New Jersey, where the Patriots beating up on the Jets, 17-7. Tom Brady, 11 for 14, 124, and 2 touchdowns. Sam Darnold, no touchdowns and a pick. And in Green Bay, the Packers are down at the half, minute left, actually. Joe Flacco, 2 touchdowns as the Broncos lead 14-7. So Aaron Rodgers, 5 for 5, 42 yards. We took care of them last week. Let's get into these player stats, shall we? We need to take a look at this. Steven Campagna, out of the shotgun, pump fakes. He throws it up. Don't know why it's not tracking the ball. For Darian Wilson. Now, he made the catch. Okay, so it was out of bounds. You have to make sure. That's a pretty easy call. I mean, just a foot away from getting a touchdown to knock this lead down a little bit at least. That's not what I want. That is the depth chart. Randy's a little flustered here. The Vikings will get the ball back down 42-23, but here we go. Steven Campagna, 86.1 QB rating. He is 18 for 32. That is 56% completion percentage. For those of you that didn't know how to do the math or didn't look over here, I am losing it. Randy Replay is losing it. 305 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Steven Campagna, the quarterback, leads the team in rushing. 5 carries, 39 yards. Aaron Moss has 5 for 17. Put that into perspective. Justin Vandershop, 3 for 3 with the touchdown. Receiving, it's Jesse Peterson, 3 for 60. Cole Smith, 3 for 30. Blake Letelier, 2 for 35. And Travis Lee, 2 for 24 with a touchdown. Nobody cares about blocking. We're going to go to defense and look at total tackles. Rashid Spinks, Jalen Myrick with 4, and Zachary Anderson with 3. We will get you back out onto the field here. Minnesota Vikings have the ball down by a lot. 42-23. Here we go. Randy Replay cannot do that math as here comes Daniel Carlson. Boom! Jalen Myrick. We have not had a return yet for a touchdown. Jalen Myrick fumbles the ball! I do believe Josh Fitzer got it. Okay. No, the Raiders will take possession. So the opening second half kickoff, we fumble. There's a booth review. Thank the Lord. If I had a sideline analyst, I could see what happened. Yeah, he was way down. Yeah, he was down. He was down. Come on, bro. He was down.
We're gonna shut you down. We're gonna shut you down.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Ruling on the field is reversed. Good call there by the officials. Here comes Steven Campagna under center. First play of the second half. Big throw for Darian. Catches it. And he will score! Darian Wilson! Big touchdown, and there's a Peru. Feed the men, 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 feed the men. Touchdown, touchdown, Minnesota Vikings. So we open with a 75-yard strike. Darian Wilson, get mossed. He cut off the dreads, but he's still a threat. Very most. Ideally, you'd... Oh, big pressure! It's caught! Are you kidding? Are you freaking kidding? So we trade touchdowns first drive of the second half. I don't understand. I don't know how Williams gets behind this defense. The secondary is atrocious. The secondary is atrocious. I'm just going to come out and say it. In this game, the secondary is atrocious. You have the fastest player in the NFL in Jalen Myrick, and it's just atrocious. He's not a loafer. Stephen Campagna is asking the crowd very nicely to be quiet. Short throw, Terrence Felix, speedy running back, will get up to the 35. It's fourth down. I mean, you can attribute that to the crowd noise. This crowd is just loud for no reason. They can't get their cadences on offense. And the Minnesota Vikings, no surprise, are going to go for it here. 4th and 2. They just need 2 yards. Sam Gable behind Steven. He'll give it to Gable. Gable gets. He gains the edge. Gable will get the first down and a whole lot more up to the 42. Stephen Campagna. Pump fakes. Throws left side. Cole Smith, he makes the catch. Did he get the first? I don't think he got it, but he did. 4 catches, 51 yards. Welcome back to the team, Cole Smith. So not only did he catch the wobbly ball, he stretched it out across the line to gain. I didn't think he did. Campagna under center. Aaron Moss behind him. It's another play action. Needs to throw it away. He will not, and he will be brought down yet again. Farrell on the sack. We're just giving away sacks. That is the 5th sack for the Raiders today. I mean, Campagna, you can't expect him to make these plays when he doesn't have anybody blocking for him. Pump fakes again. He has a man deep, and he's brought down from behind again. Maurice Hurst. It will not go down for a sack, but oh my goodness. Randy Replay is very, very passionate about his Vikings football. And there's movement, Travis Parker.
False start, offense.
And there's boos. Boos raining down. Boo. Randy Replay will no longer boo. So here we go. Stephen Campagna, shotgun set. You got to believe they're going to go for it here if they don't get it. Throws. Caught Jesse Peterson. He dropped it out of bounds anyway. And I don't know what else you can do here. I really don't. I really do not know what else you can do. Like, this game is just out of hand. Pump fakes. Throws. Caught Luke Slazewski, but it is not good for the first down. He had to get rid of that thing a little bit earlier than he wanted to. And there's a turnover on down, so the Vikings defense again out here on this field. And wow. And wow, another touchdown for Wilson. Okay, 3rd and 7. If anything, you have a couple opportunities here. It's play action. Throws. Intercepted. This should be brought back for a touchdown. Tony Fair got double team. There is a touchdown. Antonio Brown, his second of the game. Second of the game. He drops the ball. Do it like Bernie. Do it like Bernie. Do it like Bernie. 30 points. That is the Monsoon Air Mercy Rule, of course. Monsoon Air brings you the Mercy Rule. Anytime the Minnesota Vikings are down by 30 or more, we sim the rest of the game. So here we go. I don't understand the Minnesota Vikings. I don't understand why this had to happen. But the Minnesota Vikings down 63-30. 66-30. They're just not getting any offense. So here we go. That is the end of the game. 66-30 is your final. Just a bad play call. Terrible defense. Saved the first drive when they forced the Oakland Raiders, 0-2 Oakland Raiders, to punt. The offense had sparks, but sometimes sparks don't light a fire, as it is all Raiders in the post-game stats. Over 700 yards of total offense. 2 takeaways. That man, Stephen Campagna, sacked multiple times. Defense just didn't do their job today. They allowed 63 points to go across the end zone there. 66. My apologies. Derek Carr, 8 touchdowns in the game. 519 yards. Wow. Derek Carr came into this game with no touchdowns. He throws 8. Stephen Campagna, 77.9 passer rating. 29 for 56. That is 51% completion percentage for those of you that didn't know how to do math or simply didn't look over here. 479 passing yards. That's a good day, right? Wrong. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Rushing, Stephen Campagna ended the day with the most amount of yards. 7 carries, 44 yards. Aaron Moss, 5 for 17. Also had a fumble. That is 3 fumbles in the last 2 games for Stephen Campagna. Travis Parker, 5 for 24. Sam Gable, 4 for 37. Justin Vanderschaft, 3 for 3 and a touchdown. Terrence Freelix got in the mix, 1 for 7. Blake Letelier, 1 for 3. Receiving, Jesse Peterson, 5 for 73. Darian Wilson, 5 for 112 and a touch. Luke Slazewski, the number 1 wide receiver in terms of yardage, 4 catches, 64 yards. That is in the NFL. Cole Smith, welcome back. 4 catches, 51 yards. Blake Letelier, 3 for 46. Cameron Quick, 2 for 70. Travis Lee, 2 for 24 and a touchdown. Josh Gable, 1 for 9. Terrence Freelix, 1 for 3. Justin Vanderschaft, 1 for 5. Aaron Moss, 1 for 22. Luis Gonzalez had a target, dropped his only target. So a rare drop for Luis Gonzalez. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different receivers in this game. Nobody cares about blocking. We're going to go to defense and look at total tackles. And it is Rashid Spinks and Jalen Myrick with 8. Paul Fritchie with 5. Tevin Fair, Zachary Anderson, Drew Ward, Justin Lewis, Aaron Nelson, Kenny Erickson with 4. Terrell Oliver, Poy Tralamalu with 3, Ryan Bilo, Thomas Cross, Thaddeus Rosu with 2, Robert Nichols, Josh Fitzer, Matthew Peterson, Richard Salthy, Scott Rethwell, Sam Gable, Garrett Bradbury on the pick, David Arnold, Sean Clausen, Lou Wang, Matthew Arnsdorf with 1. Tackles for loss, we had a few. Rashid Spinks with 2, Zachary Anderson with 1, Drew Ward with 1, Justin Lewis with 1. Sacks, we got to him twice. Not in during the live action, though. Tevin Fair and Drew Ward each with a sack. No interceptions. We had a couple of pass deflections. By a couple, I mean a lot. 2 by Aaron Nelson, 1 by Anderson, Fritchie, Trolamalu, and Arnsdorf. No forced fumbles, no fumbles recoveries, no block kicks, no touchdowns, no safeties, and no defensive touchdowns. For your Minnesota Vikings, Brandon Baker, 3 for 3, both on extra points and field goals. So he was 6 for 6, longest of 43. Punting, Taylor Pauline, 4 punts, 207, netting 190, one of them inside the 20. Jalen Myrick, 8 kick returns, 207 yards, longest run of 29. 2 punt returns, 7 yards, longest of 5. This has been Randy Replay. Once again, the Minnesota Vikings lose 66-30 at home. I will get you back to the main screen where we will look at the rest of the division. We will take a look at next week's game, and we will preview everything Minnesota Vikings Week 4. And hello and welcome back to the main screen. I do apologize. Randy Replay just loves to see this team do well, and they have shown they can do well up until this game. I do not know what happened with the defense, but it needs to be figured out because we go into a dangerous game with the division leading Chicago Bears. Packers and Lions both lost. Vikings lost. That pushes us to sole owner of second while the Bears take the lead. So this game is for the NFC North. Because if it boiled down to it, I do believe the Bears beat the Pack. Actually, we would still be tied. We'd be in second because of the divisions, the divisional games. So this is a very important game coming up at Soldier Field where the Bears defense has been on fire this week. Our Scout College players' points have been reassembled or refilled. We'll make sure that the Scouts do their job. Try and find us some good offensive linemen in the offseason. Because today the Minnesota Vikings offensive line did not look good. We did not have any long runs save the Campagna runs and the Sam Gable one to get the first down. The offensive line needs to play better. The secondary needs to look sharp. It's just a whole team effort. You need to do better if you're going to win any game. So we have the first mercy rule here take into account in week 3. Take a look at the injury report for the Bears. Prince Amukamara, 7 weeks, hamstring. And of course Anthony Miller out 3 weeks with an injury as well. This has been Randy Replay. I hope they get it right during this off week here, or during the week, because we have a big primetime game coming up at Soldier Field. Once again, your Minnesota Vikings fall to the Oakland Raiders of Anaheim. The 0-2 Oakland Raiders of Anaheim, 66-30. The whole team needs to play better next week on the road in Chicago. I will see you in the next one.